my God, is that Emma from CHiPS? All right, what's up, everybody?
Hey!
So, real quick, before we get into this, we're thinking some Instagram lives. We can't promise nothing because we're just naturally unreliable musicians. So, but
Yeah.
anyways, we're here to talk about everything and anything.
Anything and everything all
Goosey,
together at
my
once.
dog is barking already. Goosey, come here.
I can't even hear him.
It's a good thing. Well, anyways, um, we just want to talk about writing because we got the production videos, we got all our other and probably shouldn't swear because if this goes on YouTube,
We'll try not to. I can't make promises on that.
I'll just bleep it out.
Oh my God, yeah.
You just like you're talking and it's like beep for like 4 seconds.
For everything I'm saying.
It's redacted.
I'm notorious for that.
It's just redacted Emma speech. But anyways.
But yeah, so everything and anything. So.
How did we write the song, Emma?
Well, everyone was different as we were like learning, and even, Kyle even realizing that he actually enjoyed working with me.
Yo, back up. You're cutting your whole forehead off again.
Enjoyed actually even working with me.
Yeah.
But
Emma's super easy to work with, by the way.
I was out in LA, and I'm pretty sure it was when we did that whole like group of songs when we like nailed down.
It might have been. Just for like context.
When you showed me it.
Just for context, like Emma lives in Nashville and I live in LA, and the first song we did, which is Compassion, which as of now no one has heard, we did it on Zoom and it sucked. I mean, it was great because we made the song, but doing it is like really weird on Zoom. I don't like it. And so
it doesn't work for how we have found how we work well together.
Yeah, but also like because we like that was the first one, there was like kind of like no like expectation, it's just like we're just messing around as two friends, and then it turned out so well that it was like let's like do this some more. And so I started either going to Nashville or she would come out to LA and we would just set up write weeks. Yep. And so I think we were doing like 3 or something songs one week, and like as she was leaving, I had like this guitar loop thing, which is like basically the crux of the whole song, which like
I
the
loved.
bam,
I
boom,
was like,
bam, boom.
I was like actually I was like, whoa, holy shit! I mean, yeah, I cursed again. Wow, you should bleep them out. But no,
I'm gonna
was
leave
like,
them. I don't
crap,
care.
This is like. Can we please? I was like begging him, like, can we please do this song? Because like I really, really liked it. And then we went back to my respective home in the lovely Nashville. I say that with disdain.
No, we love Nashville. Shh.
Yes, we love Nashville. I don't like the potholes and the cicadas right now. They're gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then there was another time where you came out, and it might have been, that wasn't my birthday weekend that you came.
I think, was it? Didn't we do one of them? I mean, this is ADD to the max, but I think we did do a song on your birthday.
We did.
It might have been There's Something to It All.
Yeah. But anyway.
Which you guys are going to hear on our next drop. Ooh.
But you had like kind of an idea and some like lyrics that you liked for it, and you came to me with those. Yeah. And at first, I absolutely hated it. I was like, "This is the worst. This is the worst lyrics I've ever heard in my life."
It was like, to me, it was like a very like driving rock song, like, and I mean like legit, like you're in a car and you're just driving down the road, and like. I was like going to hockey or something, and I was listening to my demo, and I had the lyrics. I'm like, tag along, lonely is life alone. And trying to explain to Emma that those are not just the worst things ever, it was so funny to me because like she's like we're sitting at her place on the couch and she's just like looking at me just like Kyle, like what?
And I can be
Kyle, you want to say tag along? Like,
along.
are you fucking in kindergarten?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with the melody when I'm like, come on, Emma. It's like tag along.
And then you just made it worse by even singing it that way too. I was just like, no.
Well, we landed there. We landed there.
But no, and I end up like and that one was such a like when you were describing to me like kind of like the ideas behind of it, you know, it all started to make sense. Like especially I had to understand the lonely is life alone line because that's the thing with lyrics for me always. It's like I have to have context for because and you know I can be pretentious as hell sometimes with my lyrics and that's a part of the great part of writing with you and what it was me kind of like stepping outside of my funny enough comfort zone my comfort zone of being pretentious sometimes and
I wouldn't call it pretentious. You just like have like a taste, like it's a style.
I'm very particular with it but that line understanding what you were trying to say with lonely is life alone because it's like when you do isolate yourself when you're you know going through something in general you're making that choice for yourself even though you have like a bunch of people around you that are like you know willing to be there for you and everything and that line made tag along actually be okay for me.
It also just sang well, to be honest.
Then I was like and that's why that song became such like a bunch of run-on sentences.
Well, I think like the problem, and this is just my thing, is like I sometimes like when I'm thinking of songs, like I get so ahead in my head that like I come in and like and we learn this just from like having to like work together a lot is like I'll come in and be like, hey, so I got this song. I'm like literally like fucking Charlie Day like with the crazy billboard thing and I'm just like, so I got this song and I start playing her the song and I'm like talking like through it and then I'm just like, and then this part tag along and Emma's just like can't even like understand what's happening. It's like stop it, just shut up. And so that's the problem. And I learned that the hard way is that like I was just like I was taking you to the end without like bringing you to the beginning for you to understand like what I was trying to do. But we got there. And like, you know, we kind of write our songs pretty linearly. Like we always start at the beginning and like go.
Yeah.
Which is I don't know if that's weird. Maybe it's weird for like not like for pop people.
Yeah, well, but then it also depends because there have been certain ones where we're like, you know, we finish the song and then we're like, wait, how do we even begin this one?
Yeah.
How do we even start this song? You know? Yeah. Because I think you know, we have a rhyme and reason, but our rhyme and reason is to never listen to the rhyme and reason.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, which you know, and that's why, you know, I have loved doing all of these songs too. And this Everything and Anything, I think was an easier one for us in some ways.
Definitely because it was like our intention was like this is just a straight up rock song. Like it wasn't like some of the songs like Give and Take. When you hear them, you're just gonna be like, this is just, you're either gonna like it or you're gonna be like, this shit is like ridiculous because like not like we trust us, like we tried to make everything like as amazing as we can, but like some ideas are just way grander than like other ones. So like I don't know, like for me, like I find that it's like when I have an idea for a song and I'll be like, hey, this is a cool idea and I want to do this, and then I'm starting work on the song, it becomes like something totally different, and then it gets to a point where it's kind of like out of your control And you're just like,
Yeah.
we're
No,
like
that's
really
true.
deep into this, so like whatever.
Yeah, this is completely out of my control now.
Yeah,
Oh my god. All right. Now we just have to try and rein in a little bit so we
work.
can
Yeah,
finish the song.
yeah. I can't wait to do this for give and take because there's so much there.
I mean, yeah, that one's gonna be unreal. But no, this one is I like this song. It was kind of a sleeper for me, and as far as like me
Oh,
like
for me
really
too, for sure.
loving it.
For sure.
It was a sleeper, and like I loved that song, but like I still had my favorites from the
Yeah,
initial writing
before, yeah.
process of it all.
Yeah.
And this one was like, holy crap, I really love this song. And
Yeah.
it's very like it's very blatantly aware of what it is, and I kind of love that about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's blatantly aware of itself, and I love that. I love songs like that because I love songwriting like that too.
Yeah. And I'm definitely like talking about that in our like the production videos. It's like the whole song revolves around that one guitar part until we basically are like, and now that's enough of that. And we just it's like and then we
Alright,
go
you did
on to the
enough
end of
of
the
that.
song, It's just like but like it's like very the intention was very like straight up. But maybe let's okay, before we I think we should just run through the lyrics. I have them here and I can like say them to you and then we can talk about them. But before
Yeah.
we do that, what if I guess what we knew what we wanted the song to be about, but like what am I trying to say? How did we approach this song lyrically? Because the song is kind of like it's like a lot of our songs are kind of like very introspective about like our relationships with people and things, and so like this is one that was like about like kind of like togetherness
Yeah, I
maybe.
think this was we lyrically was like a little bit further into like the writing process for most of the songs, that I think they kind of we were aware of the fact that we had been, we kind of wanted this one to be a little bit more cut and dry because we had been a little swirly with everything else.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, and it was kind of like I've always thought of this song as a slap in the face lyrically for me, like of us writing it. Like it was like, shut up and tell me what you mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Exactly. But no, that's because like, it's the like slow down, you're already in motion. It was just like, come on, like you can do this, man. It was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like
Yeah, it's like
kind
we're
of a
like
pump-up
talking to
song.
ourselves,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It was a pump up song for yourself in a like weird like I'm a kind of person that kind of like thrives off negative reinforcement in a weird way. Like I work well with it, unlike a lot of people. I mean, obviously we all need positive reinforcement, but
Yeah.
like if somebody's like, okay, dude, you're fully capable of this, why aren't you doing it? I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Ah!
I also just realized something really stupid on my part is I'm recording this and we're like in a line and I should have just stacked us. But you know what? We're here. We're committed. Anyways, I agree with what you're saying. This is like kind of like a like
It's a pep talk.
yeah,
song.
it's like a hype up thing.
Yeah. Because that's why I love those lines specifically. The slow down, you're already in motion. There's no need to convince yourself.
Yeah.
Like it won't be easy. It's never easy. High time that you
Showed
showed
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
and uh yeah, like let's go through that cuz like so we have slow down, you're already in motion. There's no need to convince yourself. You'll try to change direction, only time will reveal itself. Which was like like those were definitely like your lines. Because like Cause like it's like you have a really good way of like being like, hey, you're trying to like say this thing about like, hey, we keep like going back and forth and blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, like you're trying to change the direction, and I'm like, yeah, I am, but like, how do we say that? And you're like literally, you just say that.
Yeah, you just say that. Which
And
is it. Sometimes it doesn't work out writing lines like that. Because
yeah,
sometimes you end up just sounding like a total like
toad.
idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But no, like that's it. Yeah, I love those lines.
yeah,
Because I have to remind myself those kinds of things literally every day. So
I think the funniest thing for us, like in terms of our like chaos run-on sentences, are the last line of the first verse and the last line of the second verse, because the first verse is like and anything you know about everything, which is like kind of silly, but like in
kind
context,
of hype.
it's like, okay, I want to know everything there is to know about anything, take you as you are, and anything you know about everything. And it flows nice, but it's like a crazy sentence.
Yeah, it's but like that's like some of my favorite like writing is those
Yeah,
ones that are like they're you even though you know it doesn't make sense, it makes perfect
it
sense.
makes
That
total
is like
sense. But what does it
that's
mean, Emma? What does it mean?
but what does it mean? Anything you want it to be.
To me,
Anything
to
and
me,
everything.
I look at that first verse as like they're two separate things. Like the first verse is like just being like, holy crap, there's like so much like information just always around everywhere,
Yeah.
and like I can go on my phone and see like a million people like succeeding and not succeeding and whatever, and like look at it and just be like, I want to like, there's so much stuff that I need to like take in, like how the do I process everything?
Yeah.
And
No,
then
and
that's when the
that is really
go ahead.
no no, sorry. I'm that God, I'm one of those people way too ADD for my own good. But um, no, that is you. Thank you for explaining it. Actually, how I was intending. I feel like sometimes Kyle's my literal interpreter sometimes for what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Because I
same,
get too
vice
lost.
versa, vice versa.
I get lost in the sauce. But no, that really is it. It's the overwhelming aspect of that. Like, there's so much to learn and to gain, and with that, there's so much to lose. There's
Yeah,
always, it feels like there's too much to lose if you're in pursuit of something.
yeah,
The more you're trying, and the more you're like putting it all out there, the more that you could literally fall and lose
yeah.
everything.
And it's like that's why like we like that convoluted kind of like run-on-y sentencey vibe, because
Yeah,
it's like kind of like it like supports like that kind of vibe. So
it supports the chaos.
yeah, and then the last line of the second verse,
This is my favorite.
you gotta know when to know, how to know, when to feel, how to feel, how to feel, how to feel.
Yeah, yeah,
And I remember when we did this stuff, like we always, when we're writing, if we get like, we'll get stuck on lines for so long, and like we'll just be like, you know what, we need to like go to, we got to do a kitchen walk and like get some coffee, and so like we get up, we get up for the okay, I'm like going back here, like for the first verse, the any and anything you know about everything, like I got up and went to the bathroom, and Emma like follows. She's like, Kyle, I know what the line is. And I'm like in the bathroom, I'm like, wait, but I know what the line is. And I get out of the bathroom and I open the door and we're just like shouting at each other's faces, like, and anything, and everything. And we're just like, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then the same thing with the last line. It was just like coffee break, and it was like, oh, you gotta know when to know how to feel, how to feel, how to feel, how to feel.
yeah. Well, because the end of that line is like it's when
You gotta
like,
know everything, apparently.
yeah. But it's also like surrendering to that too. That's how I always, even like the delivery of that line, how I sing it, like that's how I felt about like it was kind of like the synopsis of both of like the those verses was just the surrendering to it all kind of thing.
And that's why I like the choruses though. The lonely is life alone thing, because it's like they're kind of like they're not, it's not just a continuation of that to me. It's like, so all this shit is happening. You're trying to figure out your life and it's like chaotic.
And it's like, come on, man, we're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, but it's also, it's like found what's mine. It's like finding what our voice is, finding what we like and everything. But also like being like, hey, like come, like everyone should come along with us if you're our friends or whatever. And like it's like, because life is honestly better with more people in it, and it's like sharing that kind of shit like is everything and anything.
Yep.
Because it's like the world we live in is insane. Like everything going on is insane. And also like everything happening, like just the fact that we can go on our phone, if we can't sleep, we can go on our phone and access every fucking thing on the fucking planet. It makes no goddamn sense. I can go on AI, whatever, ChatGPT, and just ask it anything and it'll tell me anything I want to know.
Yep.
And that's like what's like we're fucking old. We're 30. Like bro.
We're 31. Wait,
I'm turning 31.
That's why I was like, you're gonna be 31 with me here soon, thank God. Because I keep accidentally telling people I'm 30, and then I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I'm not 30.
Dude, like we grew up with kid pics. We didn't have iPads. We had kid pics. We didn't have like the internet the same way the internet is. Like you would lucky if you had like a computer in your house. That was like some big ass thing.
Definitely had Neopets.
And for all the people who are like the 80s, 70s people, like I get it. You had it worse. We get it. But, you know, we grew up in a time before like Instagram and all this stuff, and like I don't know, like it's just crazy to me, like just sometimes like having to deal with that. And that's kind of what this song is about, honestly.
Yeah, it's about everything and anything. I'm sorry,
dude.
We've made so many jokes.
We've made so many jokes about it. Like when I posted, I was like, it's available everywhere and anywhere.
Honestly, that was good. I
so
like that.
Stupid.
But it is one of those where literally we still have to remind each other. Wait, what the hell is the name of the song again? Well, and when you come up with different names for things like on your own, of like, you know, like
this song was called Rule 3 for like months.
Oh yeah. Well, because we were going on like the rule of threes too. Like we were talking kind of like about like, you know, writing in general with rule of threes and things like that. So yeah.
I think
wild song.
I know. Love it. Well, this was beneficial. Hopefully it makes you like us more, because we need your love. But so if you haven't noticed, every song so far has a color, and there's some vibes with that. And I think for the sake of this video and this meeting, we're going to just not talk about it. Because the next song we're putting out, which is bleep awesome. That song, I think, is a really good time to introduce how we like kind of came up with everything. Yeah. And like why the colors are like relevant and everything like that. And it's CHiPS lore. You don't gotta care, but it's fucking CHiPS lore. CHiPS lore. We gotta make a song, like an outro song for this.
Yes, no, 100%.
All right, hey, we love you guys. Everyone who's like sharing it and following us and liking stuff and commenting stuff, we fucking love you.
Yes, thank you. Like, yeah.
And keep doing it, because we're nothing without you. Right?
CHiPS lore!
CHiPS lore! All right.
The winner takes it all.
It's CHiPS lore. It's CHiPS lore. CHiPS.